Yo, what's up, my mullet sharp here, bringing you guys another video, bringing you guys a vlog. And in this video, I'm going to do kind of more of a serious review of the Scuf Hybrid, the TK Scuf Hybrid, matter of fact. If you guys saw my last video, it was kind of, just laid back, chill. And I feel like I kind of messed around a lot, and I didn't really, I would have, just left it like that, but I had a lot of questions, about the controller, and that made me realize, like, this is probably a shitty review because I have a lot of questions. So I'm gonna be serious. I got my Scuf hat on. Sorry, my camera's backwards. And we're gonna talk about this TK Scuf right here. Let's get a close up of the front. You guys see the sexy TK logo on the middle, and then you see the blue buttons with the blue LED in the middle, and then you see the bottom's blue. And then let's turn it over to the back. You guys see the paddles and whatnot, and we're going to talk about this controller today. This is the TK Scuf Hybrid, and a lot of you guys are wondering what's a hybrid, what's different, and you've probably seen videos and whatever, and I'm just going to explain to you guys pretty much everything that you need to know about this controller. So we're going to start with the front. As you guys can see, I have two regular Xbox sticks on my controller, and they're not the actual normal Xbox sticks. If you guys see on there, I don't know how focused it is, but it's just a round stick. Now let me show you guys my other controller, the regular Scuf. As you see, the Xbox 6 has those four little grips on it, and basically what that means is it's just a different stick. I know in my last video I said it was the Xbox One stick, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's not the Xbox One stick. Honestly, it's just a stick without the grips on it. That's pretty much all it is. So stick without the grips. You can opt to get the dome stick, and what that is the PlayStation stick. Now, I do not have a Scuf with that. I actually did a giveaway on my live stream and gave away my Scuf that had dome sticks on it because I got it with that, and I did not like the dome sticks. I don't know. It's just a personal preference. It's kind of, I don't know. It was like it moved around too much. It just didn't feel comfortable to me. It's a PlayStation stick, pretty much, that they put on there, and I didn't like it. So, what else can we talk about on this Scuf? The major thing about the Scuf is the new design. It's new. I guess you could say the shell of the controller is designed different, and it's designed different to make it easier for you to hit the buttons and make it a more natural flow of when you're holding the controller. So, say you're holding it like this. Watch how my hands look when I press the buttons. So you see, I'm pressing the trigger. I'm not really much effort because my fingers lay right there, and my middle finger is not. It's not really touching the controller. It's not leaning on the controller. Let me see if I can give you guys. Let's see if I can get a shot of that. So you see that little gap right there in between my finger. My middle finger is not like rubbing up against the back of the controller, and that's really what they wanted to do with the new design, is have it so your middle finger is not rubbing on it, and it's a more comfortable feel, and it's actually a better feel for if you're doing long gaming sessions. It's actually technology that's better for your hands and developing carpal tunnel and all that stuff that happens to you. So I'll show you guys with my other Scuf. When I put it on there, my middle finger is just awkwardly touching this back handle right here. So it's on the handle, and to actually hit the hit the paddle, jeez, couldn't think of what it was. I actually have to like turn my hand a little bit. So if you see like me hitting the paddle, I have to like turn my hand, turn my wrist a little bit, and that adds stress. But also, my middle finger is rubbing up against the back of the controller, and that's just kind of gives you that unnatural feel. Now, getting the TK Scuf, or not the TK Scuf, you guys are going to get the TK Scuf, but the Scuf Hybrid, actually, it takes a little while to get used to not have that backing there that your finger rests on, but over time it will be more comfortable for you. So, what else can we talk about? Let's talk about the grips that you guys can get on the back of the controller. Now, my TK Scuf has regular grip, just like the regular standard smooth Xbox. I guess you could say there's no grip on it. And then you have my regular, my old Scuf. This is actually the Scuf Stealth. It has the Scuf grip on it. As you guys see, it's like it has a little bit more texture to the back, and it kind of feels. What's the word I'm looking for? It feels kind of foamy, like it's a foam, like kind of a. What's the white like thing people use for packing? It kind of feels like that, but not. It doesn't make any sound when you scratch on it or anything like that. It's styrofoam. That's what I'm looking. It's like a styrofoam, foamy feel. I personally like the Scuf grip a lot better than the regular grip. I don't know why on my TK Scuf. I think when I was like putting in what I wanted, I forgot to get it on my TK Scuf. It just totally slipped my mind, and I didn't get it, so I had just have regular Scuf or just regular Xbox grip on here, which is not a big deal. I mean, and then they have something called the Pro Grip, where you can get, it's actually an extra thing that you can get put right here. I've never used it, and I don't really know what it's like to use. So I mean, I'm kind of skeptical to trying new things. So I probably wouldn't get that on my controller. But I mean, if you guys, I know there are things that you can put on, like little squishy things you can put on your controller, and actually change the feel of the back. So if that's something that you're used to, then I guess you can get that. But I recommend that you just get the Scuf grip. I like the Scuf grip a lot. It feels really good. It takes some time to break in and get used to, but over time you'll like it. So next, let's talk about the other major change to the Scuf Hybrid and why it is such that it is. You can actually get more than 2 paddles on your controller. You can get 3 or 4 paddles on your controller, and they can be remappable. You can remap the buttons. So say if this button is A, this button is B, this button is Y, this button is X. You can actually see on the back where you would put those other paddles. It already has the indent right there in the back of the shell. And you can actually you can change it, remap it how you want it, without having to send it back into Scuf. You don't have to send it back in the mail. You can do it yourself. Now, once again, I do not have this feature. I do not have the remappable button option. I only have 2 paddles on my controller, so I've never remapped a controller. I'm sure your Scuf will come equipped with directions on how to do this. I'm sure you can Google it. You can look it up. I'll actually post in the description of this video a link to Scuf's website where it talks all about the hybrid. There's videos. There's information, there's cool little pictures, and it's just a whole bunch of fun, and you guys can read that. But it's pretty cool that you can remap your buttons to how you want it. So say if this side is B, this side is A, and you want to switch those, you can do that. So that's pretty cool. And then the next thing that I guess you can get on your controller, you can get trigger stops if you want. I do not like trigger stops. The trigger stops, basically what they do is they go right on the back of your trigger right there. If you can see where my finger's pointing back, it's actually under the trigger. It goes right there. It's like a metal piece. And I don't have a controller. I did have a controller with trigger stops. I don't have it. That's one of the ones I gave away. On that controller, I pretty much just got everything. I got dome sticks, I got trigger stops, and I was just like rocking everything on it because I just wanted to try it out. I never used it before. And that's where, I just tried things out. I don't like the trigger stops. I guess because when I play, like when I'm sitting there waiting, I don't hold my controller like this, by the way, but I'm just showing you guys, like, I guess I jerk my controller, and jam it in. And so what the trigger stops would do is they would hurt my fingers. But a lot of players, especially Parasite, if you guys know Parasite, he loves the trigger stops, and everyone on my team loves them. And the reason being, because of the FAL. The FAL in Black Ops 2, and there's actually single shot guns in Ghost. What it can do is basically what the trigger stop does is when a normal person like me shoots with no trigger stops, I have to hold it in that far. I have to push the button in all the way. What the trigger stop does is it puts something right there, a metal piece, that catches the controller so you don't have to push the trigger in all the way. Let me show you guys. So it would only have to go in that far. So with the trigger stop, you can shoot like that instead of having to go like pushing it all the way in. You could just go like that, and it shoots a lot faster. And it's if you like the guns like the FALs or the pistols, then you can shoot it like that. And I recommend you get the trigger stops. But it really is all just a personal preference. It's your controller, so get what you think that you'll like. And yeah, you can do that. Now the last thing about the Scuf that a lot of people probably don't understand is the hair triggers. You can actually adjust the triggers to how much you want them to be, down in the controller or out of the controller, and I'll show you guys what that means. So your Scuf will come with this. This is called a Scuf key. You guys see it's right there. It's pretty much just like an Allen wrench. And then on the back of your Scuf, you see these two. All right, I'll put it right up next to the trigger. It has to focus in. But you see that little thing, that hole on the back of the trigger? Basically what you do is you stick your Allen wrench or your Scuf key in there, and it goes in there, and you turn it either left or right. And here, I'll show you guys. If you guys see how far out the trigger is, I don't know which way you turn it to make it go in, but you can turn it and your trigger will be down more. All right, here we go. So I think that's as far as it's going to go. Now look at my trigger. Look how far into the controller. You see that one is poking out? That one is all the way. It pretty much, it looks like it's jammed actually into the controller. And what that does is, all right, you're not going to want it down that far. So let me get it out. And what that actually does for you is it makes it so, say once again, if you're using a gun like an FAL, you know, your trigger is already pushed down, so it gives you that extra advantage. Your gun's going to shoot faster. It can actually give you better reaction time. Actually, it can make because you're pushing, you're not having to push as far to get the trigger to go in to the point where it activates the controller and makes it shoot. But I just kind of play with mine just like standard. I don't really turn them in all too far that much. But it is a pretty neat feature. I know a lot of players that once again with the single shot guns, a lot of players liked it because it could give you, especially with the trigger side, it could give you those really fast results to shoot to where you barely even had to touch the trigger to make it shoot. So a lot of people definitely love that feature. That's pretty much it as far as the Scuf Hybrid goes. You can get it either wireless or you can get it wired. I recommend you get wired for competitive play. Wired, you're not going to have to change the batteries. When you go to events, it's going to be wired, and then wireless, just anything wireless is going to have a delay. It has a small delay. So even if you are playing with just a regular Xbox controller and it's wireless, and you don't have the money to spend to get like a Scuf controller, which by the way I have a discount for you guys who don't want to spend that much money. I do still recommend that you get a wired no matter what, because you're going to be having a faster reaction time. Even if it's just milliseconds, it still will be faster. And no one wants to spend money on batteries, and no one wants to play with a plain charge kit. That shit is old school. So this is kind of a little bit more of a serious review. I hope this answered a lot of you guys' questions. Like I said, I'll be putting the website to Scuf Gaming down in the description with everything about the Scuf Hybrid. Also, I'll put a link where you guys can buy the Scuf. I'm going to link you guys to the TK Scuf, because you guys, that's the Scuf you guys want. Look how sexy that is. That is not even like Xbox controller dingy white yellow. That is pearl white, baby. Pearl white with a blue light. We like to rhyme out here. And then you can get other stuff like, I think that they have Gamer Grip on the website. They have hats. You guys can get a Scuf hat, and shirts and all that cool stuff. So, also, I guess I could show you guys one more thing. I don't know where it is. I don't use my Scuf case, the controller case, but they did make a new controller case for the wired controller where the wire can go up in the top, where before it wouldn't really fit in there. It'd be kind of awkwardly shaped in there. So there is actually a new Scuf case out where you can get your wire to fit in there. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty much it for this video. If you guys liked it, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you guys subscribed. And follow me on Twitter at @sharp_TK. Once again, if you have any questions, you can tweet me. You can put them in the comments. A tweet will probably get you a fast response, but I will be reading the comments and answering all that stuff. And once again, stay tuned for more Call of Duty Ghosts videos. I hope you guys are enjoying the ones that I'm putting out. If there's anything you guys want to see Call of Duty Ghosts, if you made it this far in the video, anything you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments, and I will try to get that video done for you guys. But as always, it's your boy Sharp. I'm out. Peace.